Another week of online media. Woohoo! So, this week we are going to be talking about fairy tales. Now, first, we need to say what is a fairy tale. And a fairy tale is a magical story like Cinderella or Rumpelstiltskin. If you read a story that begins with "Once upon a time," chances are it is a fairy tale. Now, fairy tales are full of fairies and magic and evil queens and princesses and spells, talking animals, witches, goblins. All of these exist in fairy tales. Now, I've had people ask me before, is fairy tale a genre? Now, a fairy tale is a type of story. It would fall more so under the genre of fantasy because magic and goblins and witches, all of those things are fantastical. So, if that's even a word. So, fairy tales fall under the genre of fantasy, but they're a certain kind of fantasy. And a lot of the classics or the Disney movies that we're used to, they're based off of fairy tales. And so these are like the Disney classic movies that you'll watch sometimes. Those are fairy tales. So I do have a Disney link in here for us today. I've got a lot of links. There are some drawing links that will guide you in drawing characters out of fairy tales. There is a link to some Disney games because Disney does a lot of fairy tales, stories that are fairy tales. I don't know if you can guess what might the fairy tale be with the frog in my hands. I made myself the princess on this board. I couldn't help it. But that would be the fairy tale of the Frog Prince. You've got magic. You've got a prince. You've got someone that's going to turn into a princess. You've got a witch that casts an evil spell. All of that falls right under the realm of fairy tale. So I hope you have an enjoyable time exploring our fairy tale board today. Bye, guys.